For months, my life had been nothing but pleading. Pleading with my wife for affection, for respect, for even a sliver of her time. Every day felt like tiptoeing across glass, waiting for her approval, craving her attention, only to fall short again. Whatever I did, it was never enough. If I worked late, she accused me of neglect. If I came home early, she complained I lacked ambition. I tried cooking for her, buying little gifts, taking her out, but she dismissed every effort as meaningless. Eventually, I stopped recognizing the man in the mirror. The confident version of me was gone, drained, depleted, desperate. Every argument ended the same. Me apologizing, even when I wasn't at fault, just to keep the peace. I thought that was love, sacrificing myself so she could be happy. But the truth? I had become her shadow, living only to match her moods. This morning, something inside me broke. She asked me to iron her clothes before work. Normally, I would have rushed to do it, hoping for the smallest smile. But this time, I said nothing. I sat down, drank my tea, scrolled through my phone. For the first time in years, I ignored her command. She noticed immediately. "Did you hear me?" she snapped. I nodded but didn't move. Her eyes widened in disbelief. She wasn't used to this version of me, the man who didn't leap to please her. She left the shirt crumpled on the bed and stormed off, slamming the bathroom door. I just kept sipping my tea. Later, she told me to run an errand for her mother. Normally, I would have gone instantly to avoid a fight. But I said calmly, "I'm busy today. You can take care of it." The look on her face was priceless, confused, angry, and a little afraid. For the first time, she realized I wasn't her servant. All day, she kept testing me. Bring me water, fix my charger, call the plumber. And each time, I either shook my head or said, "Not now." My refusals weren't harsh, not loud, just steady, quiet, and firm. That silence carried more weight than any argument I'd ever made. By evening, the atmosphere had shifted. She paced the house, uneasy, casting glances my way as if trying to decode the change. Finally, she asked, "What's wrong with you today?" For once, I didn't explain. I didn't beg. I looked her in the eye and said, "I'm tired of being the only one who tries in this marriage." Her lips parted to argue, but nothing came out. She hadn't expected me to stand my ground. She was used to me begging for her time, her forgiveness, her love. But today I gave her nothing. No excuses, no pleading, no desperate attempts to soothe her. The silence between us thickened. She tried to mask it, turning on the TV, scrolling her phone, but I saw the unease in her movements. She wasn't used to being ignored. At dinner, she asked if I was going to cook. I told her I'd already eaten out. Her face fell. For years, I had made sure she had a hot meal waiting. Not tonight. She banged pans in the kitchen, cooking for herself, but I could feel the panic behind her anger. Later in bed, her tone softened. "You've been distant today. Are you upset with me?" I turned to her and said evenly, "I'm not upset. I'm just done begging. I'm done acting like I'm the only one who cares." She looked at me like I was a stranger. She tried to defend herself, saying she never asked me to beg, that I was overreacting. But I reminded her, every effort she dismissed, every kindness she took for granted, every time she made me feel small. The truth was clear on her face. She knew I wasn't lying. For once, she didn't have control. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cry. I didn't plead. I simply spoke the truth and let silence do the rest. And in that silence, she realized she might lose me if she didn't change. As she rolled away, pretending to sleep, I lay awake, strangely light. For the first time in years, I wasn't weighed down by the need for her approval. I had reclaimed a piece of myself, and it felt powerful. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. Maybe she'll change. Maybe she won't. But one thing is certain. I will never beg again. Today she noticed. Tomorrow she'll understand. The next morning, I left early without much to say. I ignored her calls all day. When I returned, I handed her an envelope. Inside were separation papers. Her hands trembled as she read. her eyes filling with shock and fear. She tried to protest, to beg me to talk, but this time I was the silent one. The man who once begged for her love was gone. I packed slowly while she watched, powerless to stop me. "You'll regret this," she whispered. I just smiled. "No, I've already regretted staying too long." And as I walked out the door, I felt lighter than I had in years. For the first time, I wasn't begging. I was free,